single. I throw the whizzer right away and hold her posture down. And then I use my chest and I switch to the wrist grip first, then over the top. Guys, if she tries an outside single as though she's going to switch to the double, which a lot of people do this now, and I always advise against that outside singles because it's so much easier to choke. But if she does this, it's get heavy and zone defense here, because this arm comes out to switch to the double, right? So I just, it's just a cup here, yeah? And so I can block that, okay? Right? But when she does it, what I think is correctly, here, switch, sit it through, and then, what do? Go to the back, sit up. This leg makes a hook, and pull. Good. The arm, if I don't have a shield. So if we've gotten to this box here, right, I obviously can't attack this arm. So it has to start from some sort of a shield. You can call it Z-guard if you want, you can call it knee shield if you want. This is really just kind of a modern half guard. There's almost no use for old-timey half guard unless you're just hanging on for dear life at the end of a match, right? So some sort of a shield is important. I have to have wedges that will keep him from scooping my head, smashing my face, right? So that lends itself directly to offense. Now, to drill it, I like to exaggerate the entry. When you're doing it live, you'll bail on some of that, and that's okay, because it takes longer and you're exposing yourself to a greater degree when we do it the way we drill it. But what I want is a grip here, and then I'm gonna bail on the shield, and I'm gonna bring my armpit up to his shoulder, and I'm gonna get sort of perpendicular to him and long to get to my grip. Yeah? Now what's gonna happen is he's gonna hide it. And if he doesn't, you can almost just finish him from here, or just roll him out, right? But this doesn't happen very often, so he almost always hides this here, so just assume that that's gonna happen, and Uki's hide your hand here. Now, I didn't do the thing at all that I said I was gonna do, did I? All right, so what I'm gonna do here, like I want, offensively, what I want is to come here and start working from here. But he knows that a lot of the time, and so he puts a wedge on my hip. Right, yeah, there. And so now I can't move my butt away enough to either swing my leg over or poke it through the middle. But what I can do a lot of the time is just make enough space to get my foot inside. So now I have butterfly half guard, right? Now I'm in business. So what I have to do is relinquish the hook over his calf and behind his hamstring. And what that does is it gives him an opportunity to pass. So if I'm not careful here, he comes out. And then we have to go to option B. And option B lands us the same spot as option A if we achieve it correctly, but it's way harder to do. And it's also easier for him to stop. Go back. So from butterfly half guard, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do the same thing we just did. I give away the hook and I push up into his hip with the figure four grip and just fling him over my shoulder. It's not hard to do, and it works pretty good all the time, right? So now, from here, let's go with our primary leg over finish that we messed around with last week. Does everybody remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go this leg up to here, across the belly, with the knee to the mat. We're gonna pick him up, roll him through, take this leg out, finish the cross. Try to get this as smooth as we can, right? So, again, for drilling, relinquish, kick the shield out, armpit to the shoulder, set my grip. Good. Now, I can't get my leg through, certainly not gonna get my butt far enough to swing it over the top. So I back out enough to get the butterfly hook, I push up into the hip, I plant this foot, so when I take this off, I engage these toes, throw them over. Now I'm gonna just roll all the way up, one leg under, one leg over, pick them up, this leg comes out, finish the cross. Good? Piece of cake, right?
Are you waiting to
So you scoop the arm. Yeah. Right? And so I'm grabbing my belt here to keep myself safe, right? I'm gonna pressure down, but ultimately I wanna pass so that I can get around and turn this submission on her, right? So let's just say that I'm able to get inside here and get out. What I do is I posture with my forearm across her hip. So a couple of different things can happen here. Maybe I can just force her to pull out of this. Please be careful doing this to other people. I did get my thumb broken from this in the past, right? So please be careful with that. But ultimately, I'm looking to posture, put pressure on her grips, step over, and use this to finish her. Right? Right? So, I get to this position, for whatever reason, I can't get anything going. She's got a good wedge here maybe, right? And so she either is able to pass, or I just open the door and let her pass, right? And now she clears a little space by bracing on my hip, right? And her goal is to posture up, which is what makes it easier for me to be able to do this. So I roll all the way around and put it on her back, and then we go over the top. I make my triangle. I like the supinated grip around the elbow or briefcase grip on the sleeve. I post this foot and I shoot this one. I go forehead down, put up my pants, lock it up here. The action is knee into the chest. Good.